My name is Ernie Flores. I'm the Executive Director of Central Valley Opportunity Center in Central California.
And is this your first LIHEAP Action Day?
No, it's not. No, it's actually my fourth
Okay.
LIHEAP Action Day.
And why do you choose to be involved in LIHEAP Action Day every year?
Well, we work very close with our utility in California, and we know firsthand, because we're a LIHEAP provider of services in the Central Valley, what the need is. And of course, we saw that the funding level was increasingly dropping over the last few years, and so um, I decided that I should become join the advocacy for LIHEAP.
And what impact have you seen LIHEAP make on your local community?
Well, it's the difference between surviving and not surviving. That's as basic as I can put it. In the Central Valley, where CVOC provides LIHEAP services, the average income among our clients is between $9,000 and $15,000 a year. Virtually everybody that we serve with LIHEAP is in that income category, so it's way below poverty. And when you consider that we're recovering from the recession very, very slow compared to the rest of the country, and when you consider the collapse of the construction industry, all those construction-related jobs, and now the drought. The last couple of years has been the drought, less work for the same clients that we serve with LIHEAP, and yet the funding level is dropping instead of being increased. And so that is creating, and has created rather, a crisis of what do I do? Do I pay the rent? Do I feed the kids? Or do I keep the lights and the heat on, or the cooling on? So that's the impact that it has. It's the difference between surviving another month or not.
And what message do you want to share with your representatives on the Hill today?
That they need to prioritize the human needs that we know are in their districts, that they need to provide help to the less fortunate, and that their actions can be the difference between the collapse of a family, economic collapse of a family, or not. We've got children at stake. We've got vulnerable senior citizens that use our services that need LIHEAP. We have veteran households, many of the veterans, both young, the ones that are returning from our wars now, and the older ones that are now disabled. Almost 25% of the households we serve have a veteran in the household. And of course, senior citizens are becoming more and more prevalent in LIHEAP households that are struggling to keep the heating and the cooling going. So that's the message. LIHEAP is at a drastic point. We're only meeting we estimated that we're only meeting about 1/4 of the need. We could easily get 4 times the LIHEAP funding and still have clients that do not receive something in any given year.
Do you have any best allies on the Hill? What have they done to support your organization and the program in general?
One time I didn't hear the beginning of that question.
Do you have any best allies on the Hill?
Best allies?
Yeah.
um,
Do you have any champions on the Hill that you want to
yes.
shout out to?
Yeah, I do want to give a special shout out to one current representative, Lucille Roybal Allard, has always been a champion of migrant and seasonal farm workers, low-income people, and she's a real true champion for us. The other one that helped us with LIHEAP funding, just retired recently, was Senator Tom Harkin from Iowa. Great man, always cared for the poor and the less fortunate. And the senator from Washington, Patty Murray, that just took over for Tom Harkin, and is also carrying the baton now and helping us. And she's always been there for us. And I'm talking about going back since they came into the Congress, for all 3 of those people. So their heart is definitely in the right place.
And what is something that the average citizen or voter doesn't know about LIHEAP, or how the congressional budget affects the program?
The average person probably doesn't realize the plight of an average LIHEAP household in California, for instance, is in the bottom 10% economically, And as I mentioned, their annual income is 9,000 to 14,000. When you consider maybe a household of four, two adults and two children that don't have the work to pay their rent, their utilities, an average person cannot relate to that if they have not been in that situation. So I think we do not, when we go home, and we never have to worry about food on the table, lights on, air conditioning, heating, our children having clothes and things like that. It's very hard to relate to that. We don't know the plight of the low-income people, and it's very important to keep in mind that that number, the number of severely poor children, seniors, veterans, and households in general is increasing every day. Every day somebody's falling through the safety net, the one that is still there. And the safety net, as we all know, especially here in Washington, is being torn apart. It's tearing very quickly.
And is there anything else about your organization or about your involvement today that you want to share with us?
Well, I'm very proud to be here representing poor people. It's been my life's work, and I really, really enjoy it.
Great. That was excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
your time, and you're running off to the 10 o'clock.